project? Well, I did plan on doing this outdoors, but that's my 9x9, that's the front of it, that's the door in the middle there. And there's the rest of it all screwed up. Here's a big old tent. I bought 2 tubs of tubes of silicone yesterday, and then last night I siliconed the hell out of this. At some point I'm going to try and run a stitch through it. But the method of madness was get it lined up with the seam of the tent above the door, and then overlap the seam that runs along the apex. And I literally flapped it back, siliconed a strip, put the flap down, pushed it in, spread it all around, forced it all in with the palm of my hand. Spent about half an hour pushing that in, and then when it was dry, I pulled the flap out over and repeated the process. So it's all been done in 2 parts. Still bits of silicone poking out. That was the last side I'd done. I haven't trimmed it, but I trimmed all this off, so this looks a bit nice, neater, a little bit neater. And yeah, as I say, this is the last side I've done. Done the same method here. I put in loads of silicone down there, put the flap over, pushed it all in, forced it all in there with my hand, worked it all in with my thumbs. Really gave it a good bit of pressure, and then when that dried, I then repeated it onto the last bit of flap. So yeah, done a line up there, forced it all in by hand, pushed it all out, run my hand up, put as much pressure on as possible, and then I left this bit after doing the first. Oh, let me try and perch on the stairs. On the first strip, she's like concrete in there already. Yeah, and that was on the table. I was pushing it in, forcing it down, but I've left the second bit, the flap, because this is a bit that goes over the apex. So I want to make sure that's a proper fit, and it hasn't got any pull or force on it. So when I get next put the tent up Wednesday, I'll then just silicone the last flap down, because again that's the bit that goes, the doors down the middle, the apex runs down there, and then this bit flaps over to the other side. So that's the side view from the tent, off the tent. You have the apex along the top. That's the door on that end, and then the back of the tent goes off that way. Bigger table would have been great, but I just used my little folding table. And then yeah, so Wednesday when I set it up, silicone that down, then I can cut the this is tent fabric. I'll cut that out from inside the tent when I next erect the tent. But yeah, that should hold it. Semi-temporary. This is not a permanent fixture. You cannot do this and expect it to last for years. That won't last too long. But now it's siliconed, I'm just going to run stitches by hand through there, through the other side, and the way around. Just running the stitch all the way down at some point. Haven't got time to do it before I go away. But it's on, and then all I've got to do is put the tent up, cut a hole, stick the flue through, light the stove, silicone that, and by the time I silicone that, the fire should be roaring. And that just unrolls upwards, zips up. Anchor, in case anyone asks, Anchor something supplies. £19.50, and I think they charge about a £5 off the postage, so 25 quid that was. And it's about 3 foot square, and it just goes straight into a canvas tent any way you want. But I recommend, yeah, machine stitched. Right, if you want to see how it works out or lasts, watch my next update. Or that'll probably be something to do with Bradstone Fisheries or Camp Shaky this week. Ooh, only got today, tomorrow, and then I'm off. Up to Broadstone Fisheries Wednesday, Thursday, Camp Shaky Friday, Saturday, Sunday, staying at Broadstone Fisheries Monday, and coming home Tuesday, I think. Don't know, can't remember. I think it's 6 days on there for, don't know. So that 9x9 will be my home for a week. Let's hope it doesn't leak.